Did I ever consider any other profession besides sign language interpreter? Like, what was my plan B? That's part A of the question. Part B is, do I have any sort of injury insurance if I can't work? And how does that work? So, for the first part, I originally wanted to be a teacher for the deaf and hard of hearing. And I went to university and I got my degree in English with the intention of going to teachers college. But at the time, I was also working at one of the provincial schools for the deaf here in Ontario as an overnight residential counselor. And students would give me their homework in order to like correct overnight and give it back to them. And I saw the quality of their education at that time. And I didn't want to become a part of that system that was failing those kids. At the time, they did not have a bilingual bicultural curriculum, and ASL wasn't as strongly enforced in school. They were more reliant on English, and the deaf students there at the deaf school were falling really far behind what their hearing peers would be. And so I knew that I wanted to work in the deaf community, but I figured it wasn't going to be as a teacher. And so I was like, hey, interpreter, I've already been doing this my whole life, might as well get paid for it. And then for the second part of the question, in terms of injury, so many interpreters are sole proprietors, and so they can either have private insurance that they pay for, or they can get WSIB insurance, which stands for Workplace Safety and Insurance Board. And so it's something that you pay into as part of your business expenses in case you have some sort of injury and you are off work for a period of time that can support you. So I have coverage through private insurance. But as most interpreters are freelance and therefore sole proprietor, it is something that they should definitely look into upon graduation to ensure that in case of injury, because interpreters do tend to, especially if you've been in the profession for a longer period of time, develop like repetitive strain injuries or musculoskeletal issues, carpal tunnel in the hands. And so having some kind of insurance or coverage is pretty vital. And I am in Canada. Yes, we do have a healthcare system. Like you could see a doctor and not have to pay for that doctor, but that's not going to cover you for time off of work. Freelance interpreters don't get sick days. And so you want to ensure that if you have to take time off, then you're protected.